Secretary of the Treasury Janet Yellen has announced that without raising the debt limit, this country will default on its loans on June 1. And this is quite a big deal. If that happens, that's going to throw our economy in a tailspin and affect global economy too. It's going to be a big mess for all of us, all of them, and all of the world. You have to wonder why anybody would even threaten that. So we have 1 month to get this figured out. Joe Biden came up with a budget that helped people, which is what he's supposed to do. And we've got the Trumplafucks coming up with what is little more than a ransom note. If you don't give us this, this, and the other thing, we won't let you raise the debt limit. Of course, what they want to do in their budget cuts is take away money from veterans, from kids, from schools, from green energy, to all this shit. See, the Democrats, Joe Biden particularly, threw a hitch into the Republicans' plans. They were going to ask to make cuts on Social Security and Medicare because that was the only place they thought they could make cuts. But of course, Joe Biden called them out in the State of the Union, embarrassed them, and they had to pull that back. So now they had to find other places to cut. At first, they couldn't find anything. Joe kept saying, hey, send us a budget. And McCarthy basically said, no, you send it to us first. Well, Joe did do it first. And it was reasonable, and it dropped the debt. So Kevin McCarthy had to race around. They finally come up with their budget, which is absolutely draconian. Nobody's going to vote for it. It did pass the House by a slim margin, but it's never going to pass the Senate, and Joe Biden's never going to sign it. So now they have to come together at some point in the next 30 days. Only problem is Joe Biden saying, I'm not negotiating. And he's got a good reason to say that. In the 60 plus times the debt limit has been raised in over 60 years, nobody's ever held it hostage. Nobody's negotiated over it. Everybody has everything to lose, so why would anybody want to fight against it? Up until the time we have Trumplafucks now wanting to own the libtards. They're doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down, and they're playing tough. But you know what? They're more scared than the Democrats. If they allow this to happen, it's going to hurt them way more than it's going to hurt the Democrats. Mind you, it's going to hurt everybody, but it's basically going to end the Republican Party and all of their careers. Joe's going to hold tough, and the Republicans will fold.